Hi, my name is Charlie Pecot, and I'm publisher of the Podum, the Daily News Show. I think the folks who will watch this show are people who are interested in listening to someone read the news, and people who are looking for an unbiased news source and looking for a curated news source. So I think people will appreciate my selections of news stories that I read, the fact that the stories are as unbiased as possible. They will appreciate the delivery style. They will appreciate, the subtle nuances that I may bring to the reading of the news stories. They will appreciate the fact that there are no commercials. That it's pretty much just a straight reading of the news, a half-hour show. So the compactness of the story, the uniqueness, the stories are about, people who want to hear stories, that are not so local, in the sense that there's a story that there are stories that people from all over the world might find interesting, not just, they're not local stories. They're not about things that, one-off events that may happen in your local area. They are, like I said, there are stories that have some sense of international import. So I think those kind of people will appreciate Podum. What am I doing? Again, I've got a Reuters.com newsfeed, and I am curating stories that are being presented to me from Reuters.com, and then I am, stories that range in length from anywhere from 1 minute to 7 minutes in reading. Then I am stringing them all together in a production, putting a beginning, middle, and end, as it were, to the stories, and then posting it to my website. Then presenting it as an issue. That is what I'm doing. I live in Pacific City, Oregon. I am reading all of this, doing all this from my living room / bedroom, in a very, very rural area of Oregon. If any place in Oregon could be more rural, I am living in it. It's off the Oregon coast, and it's not an easy drive to get here. Let's put it that way. It's not the hardest, but it's not the easiest. And 2-day deliveries, take about a week. So just so you know, that's where I'm doing this. I'm standing up on a treadmill, and staring into my laptop, and just. Why am I doing this? Good question. I am doing this because, one, I am on dialysis, and it's something I have to do, during the day, about 5 times a day. And basically I stand up on my treadmill and get my walks in while I'm doing my dialysis. And I was watching TV, and I was getting bored, and I wanted something to do besides just watch TV. I wanted to present. I thought, well, why presenting the news? I don't know. I really don't know. I want actually, I like reading, and I like talking, and I wanted to work on my skills, my video presentation skills, and you can see that my style of talking is probably not something that you may be used to people, speaking to you on screen. Generally, they always speak in complete sentences, and everything makes sense, and they don't, use words like and and they don't. Their delivery of words is, more well strung together than the way I'm talking to you. So you're listening to me, and it might be difficult for me to understand, and so I'm working on that. So it's difficult. It's not easy for me, but that's that's pretty much one of the reasons why I'm doing this. And I like, I think in some way I like the idea that I might be presenting a service to someone who could be interested in wanting to listen to the news or news stories. So that's another reason why. It's a way for me to connect with other people, by reading the news, because it opens up a channel for you to talk to me about what it is I'm reading. I will eventually, I'm also trying to do interviews with people that I find interesting, or if they have subjects that I find interesting. And I say I find interesting. I'm thinking that, obviously, there may be more people who find the dialogue interesting. Sometimes they're about, me or the person I'm interviewing. Sometimes it's personal information. But it may be about a particular news event, a current event that's going on. So I'll be posting those as well. So that'll be a part of the show. But, it takes time. That's pretty much why I'm doing this. Because, I don't know, it's fun. I do enjoy it. Like I said, learning how to do something new, putting together a package that, producing something. By nature, I'm a very creative person, so producing something is fun for me. The headaches involved in all of that. It's a project. I like projects. I don't have a lot of time to do projects, so this is something that I can squeeze into whatever my daily activities. How am I doing this? Okay, so like I said, I'm standing up on my treadmill in my living room. Sometimes I've got my dialysis going, as you see in back of me, the IV pole. That's me doing my dialysis, so I may be reading the news while all that's going on. I'm not doing any walking because, again, I'm trying to present the news, and sometimes when you're walking, your head's bouncing up and down, and people are going, "Why the hell? Why are you moving around like that?" And it's like, well, so I thought I'd cut that out. I tried that on the first issue, that just didn't seem to work. I am, like I said, I'm standing up at my treadmill. I've got a laptop that I'm looking at right now. I've got a wireless keyboard that I'm typing in. The OBS software, which is doing the video recording, allows me to switch scenes like that. It does it. I have it set so it does it automatically, so that's running on the laptop. I have a microphone that I have here. I'm going through a mixer, a little 4-channel mixer, which is then going into the laptop doing the recording. After I record all the shows, I have another laptop which I bounce all those shows to, where I actually do the production on. I just use Photoshop to add titles and things, and to it's nothing too elaborate. I don't try to overproduce anything because I really just don't have time. But I do try to put together something that might be interesting to watch. If I have any op-ed rants, I usually put that at the beginning of the show. just to get it out of the way. But those, I don't do that every day. So, it takes a couple of hours really to do all of this. It takes, obviously, a little bit over a half an hour to read all the stories, to create all the content. And then it takes about, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to actually put it all together. And then I've got it, I've got to compile it. That takes, to render, they call it rendering the show, where you take all the visuals that were recorded and render it into a movie. And that takes a little while. And then after that's done, I've got to upload it to YouTube, and that takes some time. So, so all of it is a lengthy process. Like I said, it can take, a good couple of hours, 2 to 3 hours before everything is finally done. So, that pretty much is the long and the short and long of it. If I think of anything, I will let you know. But again, my name is Charlie Pecot. I'm publisher of podum.capd.me. You can contact me at charlie@capd.me. And I look forward to hearing from you. And that's it. That's my pitch. Thanks.